Good evening everybody, and in this video we're going to unbox this RTB02 box of Space Orc Raiders. Okay, so here it is. This is a boxed set RTB02 from Rogue Trader, and the RTB, I assume, means Rogue Trader box. And obviously this was the second set released after the RTB01 set, which was the Space Marines, the 30 Space Marines for £10 box. That's very difficult to get hold of these days. Anyway, let's have a look at this one. I want to start off with saying just how amazing this piece of artwork is on the front here. I'm not even an Orc fan, but this makes me want to play Orcs. I really love these sort of brown padded areas that they're wearing. And these, I think they're called forage caps, which look very interesting. Looking at that, I couldn't tell you what clan they are from, although I believe this is pre-clan, so they obviously didn't have a clan. So if we look at the side of the box, on the side we can see this lovely black and green speckled area here. An interesting variation on the Citadel Miniatures logo. Bit more of a sci-fi castle there. Don't think that happened much after this box set. Some painted minis here. On the other side, not much. This box contains fine cast models from Citadel Miniatures. Each model is hand cast in a traditional lead alloy to ensure the clarity of fine detail demanded by collectors, tabletop gamers and roleplay gamers. We do demand a high standard. This side is a mirror of the other side, and this end is just the logo again. Let's flip it over and have a look on the back. Okay, on the back we have the logo. We have a group shot of the completed minis, sculpted by Kevin Adams, and the figures are supplied unpainted. I guess back in the day you may have thought they were pre-paints. These ones were painted by Games Workshop's figure painters, so who knows who painted these. There's the three characters from the box set. I believe that's Thrug Bullneck, Hruk, and the other guy who doesn't get a name, just squad leader perhaps. We have some stats here for the models inside, and a small painting guide here displaying some potential markings or tribal tattoos, things like that you could put on your orcs. Let's open this up. There's no cellophane for me to peel off for you this time. I acquired this set in a trade off eBay. Oh, that man's trying to escape. Here you go. They are arranged in their old polystyrene packaging. All of you Oldhammers will be familiar with that. And in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 orcs. 3 of these should be character models. There's 1, 2, and I believe he's the 3rd. I'm going to give you a closer look at these when we get to the end. Okay, so we have another orc boy with his bolter. Another orc boy with a bolter. I call them boys, they may not have even been called boys back then. Another orc boy with a bolter. Another orc boy with a bolter. You can sense a pattern here. An orc boy with a bolter. Another orc boy with a bolter. Oh, this one's a little different. This one is an orc boy with what I believe to be a heavy bolter. Another orc boy with a bolter. Yet another orc boy with a bolter. I think you can see where this is going. Another. 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 And another. So that's 17 orcs in total with their slaughter bases. Let's see how many are actually different sculpts. So there's a heavy bolter, might have been a bit bright. Another character model. Another character model. So these are all different sculpts. So this is a boy with a hat. We have two boys with hats. This is a boy with kind of a chainmail-y shoulder pad. So he's definitely different to the previous one. Another chainmail-y shoulder pad guy. This one has a sort of metal cap, metal shoulder pad, so that's a different sculpt. Here's another cap orc. This is just a bare-headed orc, similar to the other one over here. Another of the chainmail shoulder pad guys. Another bald head. They say bald head, but they're meant to have bald heads anyway. This is an iron hat. Augie bald head. Another bald head. And yet another bald head. So as you can see, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different sculpts in this boxed set. 3 characters, a heavy bolter, and 4 different variations on orc boys, which we have 3 of the cap variety, 3 chainmail shoulder pad variety, 2 of the metal capped variety, and 5 of your standard boy variety. Quite a lot of variety for 17 minis really. There's only 5 of those, which is going to be the most common orc in this set. So let's get a little bit of a closer look at these sculpts. So this one here is the leader of the group, and his name is Thrug Bullneck. And he has previously been painted by the previous owner, which has now been stripped down as much as possible, although there's still a little green staining around his face, etc. I'll try and get the last of that off before we paint it. Interesting to note is that this sculpt looks very much like the R202 Mini. The R202 Mini Buzzy Buzzaxe. Now, which came first? Was one a resculpt of the other? Were they both based off the same skeleton? Armature, I think is the correct name. Buzzy Buzzaxe has a smaller chopping thing. He has a much more detail to him, I think. So let me know in the comments below if you think Buzzy Buzzaxe came first or Thrug Bullneck. So moving on, we have our next orc culprit, and I'm not sure of the name of this guy, but he is the next named character. And this one is quite interesting. He doesn't want to stay on his slaughter base because that bottom tab is massively thick. The best I can do is just pop him in there until I sort that out for a longer period. Not sure what that nub is on the end of his bolter. Don't know if I should cut that off or just tidy it up a little. I do love his goggles and his curved blade. The next one on the list is another orc. I don't know if he is the squad leader or if he is the other one with a name, but he is quite heavily stained, so I've got to clean a lot up on him. I do like his bladed weapon there. I think it's a pistol, along with his bolt gun, with what looks like a missile launcher top on there. Interesting. Again, I have to say I love this padded look they've got on the early orcs. And this one, I think, is a heavy bolter, although that sculpt makes it hard to see what it is straight from the side, but you can see its face there and his lovely goggles. Possibly my favourite sculpt here with this one, the forage cap guy, although he has a little bit of a mould line going down there. I don't know if you can see that. Really looking forward to painting these ones. I think we have 3 of these. Onto another one of the repeated boys minis. He's got a very thin barrel. Very interesting sculpt. It's got a flattened off area here, although I think that may be his knife sheath. quite a lot of detail really for an old 1987 Mini. This is the one I referred to as having a chainmail shoulder pad. I'm not sure what that is. It looks a bit like chainmail. You may agree or disagree. It's got an interesting emblem on the shoulder pad there. Looks like something from G.I. Joe, the Cobra logo to me. And the last Mini is this guy. It's hard to tell what's going on there. Here's the guy with a metal hat. It's got a skull on that shoulder. He's got a few grenades. Very thin barreled weapon. I think he's got a bionic eye. And he's got that logo again on the other side. And you got only 2 of this Mini. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, then please be sure to like and subscribe, or even leave a comment. I always try my best to reply to them all. You can even now support the channel by joining the Patreon page, details of which are in the description below. Thank you again for watching, and always remember to drill your barrels.